The father of the famous Odessa Fives does not want to pay child support. The Suvorov Court of Odessa is considering the case of non-payment of alimony by Sergei Semenov. After his divorce from Oksana Kobyletskaya, who filed for alimony immediately, he never paid them. 2 years have passed since the separation. Writes Odessa.net.ua. Recall that at the time of the birth of Fives, the couple had already raised a girl. That is, there were 6 children in the family. At the moment, Oksana educates them independently. Mom of Odessa Fives told what happened to the father of the children and their relationship. Oksana Kobyletskaya, the famous Ukrainian who gave birth to 5 children right away, writes politecod.net. They showed a happy family on TV. They were littered with gifts and flowers. But after a short time, the father of the Fives left the family. In January 2017, the mother of Odessa 15 was left alone with 6 children, of whom 5 were born at the same time, and the eldest daughter, Alice, earlier. When children were born, only lazy people didn't talk about them. Officials gave gifts to the happy family. The president even congratulated Odessa's 5-year-olds. Why soon the happy father of the family was not so happy and soon left his wife and children. Olga Kobyletskaya herself tells the beginning of her true and sad story. Well, I put the things together. I sit, glancing at the door, waiting for my husband. And I chat with the girls, forgetting that I put the phone under my pillow. Thoroughly lingering comes dark. Where's the phone? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Then I heard that he was worried that he had to come back to buy shoe covers, that we were late for a minibus. I do not know why, but I was in a good mood and it all seemed to me not critical after all. I would still have to go in. Don't I carry the bags myself? The next morning we decided to go to the Selrid. We lived at a country house in the village, to find out about the help for future large families. But he did not get enough sleep, she went herself. And then the call again, and just at that moment when I was talking in the office of the deputy, I threw it off, called back after 10 minutes, and had something to hear about my irresponsibility, that I didn't need a husband. Apparently, here I was offended. I got to do with it, because I could not answer. But how could I call back? What have I violated? What have I been guilty of, that they are yelling at me? Yes, guilty, she screamed in response. When I returned, I was told to go by myself, without him. Then for the first time I pushed and scared. I just could not communicate with him calmly after that, and my mother became an intermediary. Alice and I settled with my mother. She kept us and paid for materials for repairs, which he agreed to do so that we had a bedroom in the old country house with the kids. At that time, I did not particularly fixate on the situation, since I still did not understand anything. I had to think about how to endure, how to give birth to healthy children. Stress was a luxury. I remember, I roared into the pillow only once, being already in Kiev on conservation, when the girls messed up in the dining room and the husband of one of them came running soberly, alarmed. What happened? Why don't you pick up the phone? I came to check from the other end. Oh, I forgot the phone in my ward, the interlocutor answered. In 2017, when the children were 1 year old, Kobyletskaya publicly stated that her husband left her several months ago and she wants to formalize the divorce. It's hard for me to talk about it, but we officially separated with the father of my children, Sergei Semenov. A few months ago, he moved out, and in the near future I plan to document it, the woman wrote. Oksana lived with her father Sergei children for 5 years. About the reasons for the divorce, none of them says. As the doctors say, the man doubted the relationship, even when he found out about his wife's pregnancy, because they already had 1 child. Sergei was afraid of responsibility and lack of money, but decided to stay with Oksana. For 2 years now, a woman has been raising them without a husband. She has learned to answer for herself, and even has mastered the management of a minibus. According to her, many people still help her. For example, children's birthday clothes were made of dresses, shirts, hats, and shoes. Now mother and nanny are helping the woman.